We'll go ahead and move on and get into some of the games this week. So we actually have some decent matchups this week that are of note. We got North Carolina and Syracuse, Georgia Tech and Florida State, WKU versus Louisville. We're going to hold off on talking about the big game of the week that we're really going to dive into. But of those three games, also UCF versus FIU.
Right. Yeah.
Of those four games, which ones are you guys kind of looking forward to watching? What are some matchups that you're forward to?
I'm excited for Texas. I'm really curious to see how they come out. They're gonna come out, swinging, or are they gonna, I'm just curious to see how they play because I want them to do well, but we'll see. I'm definitely excited to see UCF play, of course, as I've already mentioned. I want to see how they end up doing, so I know what kind of competition the Americans really gonna have with them for this season, and then Louisville. I'm curious to see how they do too. I want to see how their offense does because that's the one thing that everyone loves to watch, and I'm curious to see how they do.
All right, how about you, Darby?
I'm interested. Obviously, I'm more interested in the ACC games, strictly, just to see. I'm very curious on. I'm really curious. I want to see what North Carolina does, because if there's been
That's true.
nationally there has been so much talk about North Carolina. I mean, it sounds like Miami from 2 years. Like they're thinking this is the team that can do it. Because honestly, there's been less talk about Notre Dame in the ACC as there has been North Carolina in the ACC. So I'm interested in seeing how they do if they come out. Because if they're truly this power team, they should beat the brakes off Syracuse. Because Syracuse is a mid-tier at best in the ACC. Not in the past. They were putting in some competition. But this year they're not looking too. Now I think that if North Carolina truly is this power that these ESPN guys want to talk about, I better fucking see it.
Yeah.
And then the other one, I want to see FSU and Georgia Tech only because there's been a lot of off-season problems at Mike Norvell it was only a couple days, but it looked like Mark Norvell was about to get fired because of he said that he when the racial divisions were starting to happen, he went on and said that he texted all guys. And Marvin Wilson, the key player at Florida State, said no, he didn't. Yeah. He never texted.
Yep.
And it became a big problem down there. And then also, it became a big thing that Florida State players were tweeting. A couple wide receivers, I can't remember the names, were saying that they didn't feel safe at Florida State issues because they said this wasn't doing anything about it.
Yeah.
And then the families started speaking out, and it got kind of hushed out real quick. It was kind of a talk for a few days. I was surprised that a lot of people didn't talk about it too much. I feel like there's been a lot of issues there, and I'm not truly sold on Martin yet. So those are the two games I want to see.
All right.
Out of the one we're leaving out.
Right.
Well, so I'm really looking forward to the WKU Louisville game. I'm excited to see Louisville play, and I went to school an hour from WKU, and so those are two teams that I really enjoy watching. So that's one I'm looking forward to. I'm excited to see Texas against UTEP. UTEP is coming into their second game, so they kind of have that first game rust knocked off. I want to see Texas perform and dominate that game the way we know they should, and really take that step to show us, like, hey, we're getting off on the right foot. We're preparing for the Big 12 conference play, and we're coming for Oklahoma. As well as the North Carolina Syracuse game. I'm high on North Carolina as well. I was really pleasantly surprised with their performance last year, and I want to see them take another step forward this season, starting with Syracuse. With that said, let's get into the game that we are all looking for. Duke, Notre Dame. Obviously, I expect Notre Dame to win. But damn it, would I love to see Duke pull an upset like they did against Miami a couple years back. Darby.
Duke's a trap team.
Yeah.
As being somebody who watches ACC football year in, year out, Duke's a trap team. I always look where Miami gets Duke. It doesn't matter about their freaking record, okay? Mm-hmm. They're a trap team. And then you've got Notre Dame with this fucking arrogance that I keep looking at over your.
You literally,
goddamn
yeah,
shoulder.
you've had this
I
video
literally had
on
this,
replay.
and I cannot stop seeing it.
It's absurd. Yeah, show these people
Dude.
what's going on here.
Well, now, and then there's the tweet right above it. Look at that.
What the hell? Arrogance.
So,
Arrogance.
because all I'm gonna say is, Notre Dame. I hope and pray that the ACC coaches and players fucking saw this tweet. I mean,
Yep.
if I did, they had to.
Sure they did.
And
went
I
ahead
hope
and
that
said something
target
about it.
is fucking huge. I want, and I'd never root for Florida State. I want Florida State to beat Notre Dame. Okay. Ah man,
Yeah.
So I picked Notre Dame, but I am ready for some Duke, dude. I'm ready for some. Cutcliffe to be like, hey, welcome. I want the welcome wagon to be ready.
Right. Absolutely.